Hey everybody, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. Of course, I created this channel to provide light and love. How you all doing? How y'all doing? Go real fast. I'm doing good. Sorry I've been away. Been a lot going on. I adopted a little cat. He is 16 months old, Fizz. And I don't know what I was expecting, fun in the sun, because I had two cats years ago. This ain't that. This one is younger and more rambunctious and running through my house like a madman and trying to rip the, ripping the carpet, but you all know how them little cats do. So we've been rocking it out for just that a week, and it's getting better, but it's a process. So yeah, I've been beating myself up. Sometimes I be beating myself up when I make life-changing decisions, but they always turn out okay in the end. You all know what I'm talking about. Alrighty, how you doing wherever you are? I hope you all are well. Thank you all for always watching my channel and being patient with me and liking my posts and dropping comments. You all are about the best. You all are the best. First of all, I do want to say rest in peace to two people. We lost two people this week. Diane Keaton, class act. It's something about classy women. Felicia Rashad, Diane Keaton. It's somebody else. Helen Mirren. It's somebody. It's some people just exude class. It's others. I just can't even name. The late Aaliyah, classy. Class act. Young women today, you all can take a page from that baby. That baby was classy. Anyway, rest in peace, Diane Keaton. I love her style, that big pretty smile, her hair, her attire. Chef's kiss. And D'Angelo, my gosh. Angie Stone, Malcolm Jamal Warner, and D'Angelo. Those three are very upsetting passings this year, among others. So yeah, I'm just saying rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace. Thank you for your art, your music, your craftsmanship. Chef's kiss, top tier. Alrighty, when love isn't enough to stay. I'm transitioning into my video. When love isn't enough to stay. I know you all think I'm talking about relationship stuff. I really was not. But of course I'm going to add it in. I was noticing, and please, I was noticing you're not subscribing to my channel. And I was noticing you're not hitting like. That wasn't what I was going to say, but what a good transition. Please do both for me. Thank you. When I worked at Youth Guidance, which I loved, Youth Guidance, great company, great people, working with teens and young girls, it had its challenges. I enjoyed it within reason, but I did not notice the stress it was putting on me. Now, was it the students? I don't think all the way. Was it the commute because I live in the western suburbs and it's in the inner city of Chicago? I don't know, but I'm just being transparent with you all. Some mornings I would be so sick to my stomach, and it was like that IBS, like whatever I ate the night before, it just didn't settle, and I would be sick, and it would be bad. I mean bad. So you all know I did resign at the end of June, and I speak about it a lot on different videos. But I'm talking to a dear friend today, and we're talking about stomach issues that women have when they have that time of the month. And I told her, I said, girl, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Since resigning, I no longer have the morning IBS type thing I had going. So when I went to the doctor in December, my doctor, brand new doctor, talked to me, God bless her, because she went line by line and said, what can I help you with? And I told her, I said, I'm having trouble sleeping, which even that has improved. You all check this stuff out. Oh my God. And I told her my stomach is upset often. So she gave me the, man, you all, it wasn't celiac. She gave me a blood test to see if I had something. I'll have to look it up because then that's gonna bother me. Hold on one second. Hold on. One momento, please. You all, I'm just gonna say she gave me a gastro panel because I don't know what she gave me, but it was a test to see if I had something going on with my stomach, and it came back negative. So this was attributed, my stomach issues were from that stress. Again, it wasn't per se the job. The job had its moments, but it wasn't that stressful, but it was some stress. Was it dealing with the kids? Was it driving an hour plus each way? Yes, for sure, that was. But whatever it was combined, it did not agree with my system. And that's why I'm doing this video, just to tell you all to pay attention to physical cues. Hair loss, acne. I used to get chin acne. That's stress. Stomach issues. I always had an anxious stomach. But this was heightened, and it is gone since the end of June. You see how important it is to not get stressed out. What else can you do? Overeat, undereat, can't sleep, crabby, foggy memory. You're so stressed, you're foggy. Then you start forgetting things. You feel overwhelmed. Now, I get mad because some people act like they can't return phone calls or text you back or whatever. I don't do, it's not a lot of people, but I get mad. But it's happened to me where I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. I do miss a text message here and there. I do forget to reach out to somebody. I just forgot somebody's birthday, which I'm pretty good about birthdays, but sometimes I do wish my clients happy birthday if I can remember. But I'm just saying, when you're overwhelmed, it's going to mess up your memory. You can feel dizzy sometimes from being stressed out. What else you are? You might drink too much. You might smoke too much weed. You might smoke cigarettes. You might have stopped and go back to it. You may not want to have SE, you know what? Because when you're stressed out, sometimes that goes out of your mind. You don't even want to be bothered. You're just trying to make it. You're just trying to do the bare essentials. So this is why stress can be bad. If you have heart conditions, this is not good. Blood pressure is elevated. It can shoot up your cholesterol. You are diabetic. Now you're stressed. Now it's starting to affect other parts of your body. And the diabetes is nothing to play with. That is not a game. Lupus. You know stress is bad for lupus. MS. Cancer. Cancer feeds off stress. Inflammation in your body. So I can't say enough about paying attention to those cues. But that was just an eye-opener for me. And I'm a little delayed in the game because it's been since June, end of June, that I resigned, and I haven't had any stomach issues whatsoever. If I have, it's not top of the morning, and it's not often. So that was that morning stress. I didn't even hate my job. I wasn't miserable, but my body was telling me a different story. So I do want to jump in with the relationship piece. Have you ever had a relationship where you feel like this relationship is a hazard? It's not funny. It's not funny. Sometimes I make a little laugh and it be serious stuff, but it's not funny. I've been in relationships where can't sleep, can't eat, got one eye open because it was not healthy and it was dangerous. I've had a relationship, now this is the most tripped out thing, but this is what happened. I was dating this guy many years ago. The guy was Bad News Bears. About the worst guy I've dated. He was the worst. I'm gonna give him the worst. You get the worst award. He is the worst. Seriously, drama, shock trauma. You could go on vacation, this guy find a way to mess it up. You can go to his house, it's gonna be some drama. Just the most dramatic guy I ever met. And so my dad had just passed. I had just gotten my divorce, was in the process of. I met him right when it was pending. Had no business dating, none. So my drama with his drama equals shock trauma. And you all, I would go over there and boils would pop on my body. I had a boil on the buttocks area. I had a boil, and I still got a mark on the side of my abdomen. Boils filled with pus would come onto my body. And when I got away from him, they went away. Now, I don't know if it was something dirty in that apartment or was it my body responding to stress. When you're with someone and you don't like them and you don't respect them, and just the sight of them, you know, it causes something in you to stir up, that could bring out a lot of stress. That's not how I felt about him. I wouldn't say I was in love. I wasn't in love with a lot of guys. I'll say that on record. Lust or feeling of space, but love, not a lot. I probably would say maybe 2 or 3. That's the way I'm feeling these days. I'll go with 2, maybe 3, and I dated quite a few, but a lot of them was short term, so nevertheless, but I want you to pay attention. Guys, if a lady is bringing you migraines, oh, that's a big one for stress. Migraines, headaches, you hate to see her coming, glad to see you go. Same ladies, you sleeping with one eye open, you don't know what's gonna happen, you stressed out, you're working 2 jobs, he's working none, you're giving up your keys, you're giving up your body, you're giving up your home, and this person is bringing nothing to the table. And it's unfortunate because some people are married. Because some people are married, the lady, and the guy goes to work, she goes to work, but she's doing everything, picking up the kids, cooking, sweeping, vacuuming, going to get groceries, doing the dishes. We get one shot at this thing called life, and it's not worth it if you're stressed out, if you're ill, if you're sick. No relationship is worth that. No job. And I know with the jobs, it's sticky because you need the money, and they're just making everything so much more expensive. I just got an email from AT&T. Oh, blah, 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 just to let you know our prices are increasing. I get that from every vendor I'm dealing with, basically. What's new? So you feel that pressure to keep up with this inflation, but it's hurting us at record numbers. It really is. And you add a bad relationship on to the stress that we're already dealing with. It's a recipe for disaster. It really is. I was hoping this little cat came out. I was going to introduce you all to him. I keep hearing something. He been asleep a long time too. He'll be out wrecking shop, wreaking havoc. Okay, but on a serious note, I want to leave you all with an affirmation. I can love parts of something and still choose peace over performance. I can love parts of something and still choose peace over performance. That's for your job or your career. I can love you, but choose my peace. This is for a person. Not only your love relationship, family, and friends. I can love you, but I choose peace. Here go another affirmation. I can love you, but from afar, to protect my peace. Okay? You all feel me? I know some of you all watching can relate. So, leaving my job, it wasn't a betrayal. I felt like some foolery was going on at the end because somebody was acting like I was the best thing since sliced bread, someone there, and all this great stuff. But when I said I resigned, they act like it was like they switched their personality. I don't do that code switching stuff. And so, you all, in closing, these jobs are a mess, honey. This is me, how I feel. Like, I have my own practice. You all know that. If I hire someone under me, please, my prayer is that woman or man starts their own practice. I don't mind them working for me because I hired them. But my goal for them, if that's what they want, go off and have your own practice. I'm not going to be mad when they come to me and say, Tammy, I just want to let you know I passed my LCSW and I'm starting my own practice. That's what I want. I will help them start it. But these companies, these managers, they're mad when you move on to bigger and better things. We all outgrow relationships. We can outgrow a job. We can outgrow our clothes. We can outgrow friendships. We just have to respect people's decision to move forward. We have to respect their decision to soar, to just forge ahead for better, to climb the ladder, to have their own business, to get married, to get a divorce, to move away, to come back, whatever. Only thing you can control is yourself. And some days you realize you're not even in full control because God is. But we can control some parts of ourselves, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, we can't control everything that goes on. We cannot. But you can try. And you can start by choosing your peace and choosing your health. People talk about getting a bag. People talk about money. People talk about Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Louis. I just said Louis. You all know the brand names. I don't need to name them. But if you are in a wheelchair, and I'm not talking about people with disabilities, I'm just saying if you are healthy like me and then you end up in a wheelchair, or you end up, not able to walk around the block, you can't breathe, it's not as fun and enjoyable. Don't take your health for granted. Don't let a relationship damage you so badly that it affects your mind, your body, your soul. Don't let that job suck the life out of you. And pay attention to your migraines. You're having migraines and you're having bad digestive problems and your body's aching. These are signs. God made our body smart and it talks to us. But are we listening? Tammy Sharice Walker signing off. Drop me comments about what I said. Has that happened to you where you felt that stress in your body? You had to get away from that man, that woman. You had to get away from that job, that family member, that friendship, whatever. All right. Take care of yourself. God bless. Bye.